Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. So I was originally planning on either Silver Pine or Stone Talon for today's episode, but quickly realized that we just have so many little things to wrap up from our Wailing Caverns run that I've decided to handle those instead. I'm also feeling a bit under the weather today, and having a wrap-up episode is just what I need to help alleviate my symptoms. So the agenda for today will include quickly wrapping up a few quests outside of the instance, turning in all Wailing Caverns related quests, and Hezrol's Head as well, working through the leather within our bags, and much more. Taking all that into consideration, we should have no issue hitting level 20, at which point we can go grab our new abilities. So we've got lots of stuff to do. Let's get started. We'll begin by turning in Hezrol's Head, and then we'll head back to the Lushwater Oasis to collect our last Deviate Hide and the 99-year-old port.
Go forth to victory.
This quest does grant us a Bounty Hunter's Ring, which is basically made for our class for the most part. This is our first ring that we're getting.
Strength.
We are going to do the counter-attack quest. No special gear associated with it, but there is some silver and experience to be had. We're just going to leave it alone for now. I think when we go head towards Stone Talon for the first time, we can complete that one on the way there. Really got to get these Harpy-related quests done and out of the way as well. Those are going to start to turn gray very soon if we don't do something about them now. In between episodes, we reloaded on arrows and vendored some stuff. Basically just cleaned out our inventory. We ended up with 1 gold after the run, and that does not include our auctions and quest turn-ins. We're almost up to 2 gold total when taking all of that into consideration, which is perfect. I'm also fairly unsure if we're going to go through with crafting the blue Deviate Scale belt once we obtain that recipe, as the materials are actually quite expensive when I checked the auction house. It might be better for us to actually auction those scales off instead, rather than to hold on to them, simply for an extra point of stamina and agility that we get from the belt. It's not like a massive upgrade or anything. So probably not going to be worth our time anymore, which is a shame, because it really is a cool recipe, but those scales are just so difficult to get. Alright, we are now at the entrance of the cave, so we're going to be looking for that 99-year-old port that's going to be coming off of an enemy called Mad Maglish. I don't know if we can solo him ourselves, so we may have to find some assistance from other players. We should be able to collect that last Deviate Hide ourselves, though. Let's head on in and see what we can do on our own. Maybe we'll get some free skins in the process as well. Alright, so the goblin we're looking for can show up at 3 different locations. I feel like typically he shows up at this one here to the west the most often. And I'm curious to know what his spawn rate would be compared to the other enemies in the area. Looks like he's been killed recently. Level 18 elite, I'm assuming that we can probably take him on by ourselves. Let's see what this troll mage is going. Looks like they're heading deeper towards the entrance. I feel like we should hang around this location specifically. And for any players that come down to this area, we should be able to invite them to our group. Let's invite the mage. Help out the mage a little bit, help them get their wailing essence. While we wait for others to respawn. Well, the corpse disappeared, so that's a good sign. Means he might show up shortly. Let's see if we can pull anything else in the immediate area. Oh, looks like he spawned over there instead. Let's see if we can drop this group. Very cool. Let's see if they can invite the mage as well. Awesome. Now the mage just has to get a tag. Thank you very much for the group. That was super helpful. Unfortunately, one of them died. That is unfortunate. But as long as he gets back to his body quickly, he should be able to loot the port. Let's make sure we equip that ring. Alright, so we just need our last deviate hide. Let's go deeper into the instance. I'm sure we'll find more stuff in here. Let's see, we can take on these deviant lurkers. I don't think they come out of the water, if I'm not mistaken. So they might be kind of a pain to face. Yeah, I suppose we can try something else first. Found something. Deviate high, but we did pick up another green. +1 shadow spell damage. I don't think anybody's going to really want that. I think we'll just end up vendoring that. Let's see if we can find some more of those stealthed raptors. unfortunately, we pulled something else. It's not good. Yeah, we're gonna have trouble getting through this alive, I think. I would really like to keep aggro on the Slayer. Nope. Unfortunate. That's honestly like our first real death of the run, I think. We've obviously died plenty of times on our trip to Westfall. Yeah, but we got caught in a bad situation there with those hyper spawns. The drop rate for the Deviant Hide isn't really that bad, so I'm surprised that we haven't gotten it yet after the first 4 or so kills. I'll just head back in and try again. Maybe it would be easier just to group with somebody else. I did think about using the really sticky glue at first, but I didn't feel like wasting it in that scenario. We had like no mana left, basically. I did have a potion. I suppose I could have used that to see if we could have killed the raptor at the very least and looted it. Because afterwards, we're honestly just turning in quests at that point, so taking a spirit res wouldn't be the end of the world. Would have just given us a repair bill. Back in the Caverns of Mists, I see a couple of players nearby. Let's pop this. I think we might have to actually revive our pet, if I'm not mistaken. Let's actually invite our mage friend back. Let's get her back into the mix. We can invite this one as well. And there we go. That is our last Deviant Hide. We'll stick around for a little bit longer. Kill a couple more. We could use the extra experience as well. We do have a lot of quest turn-ins, but might not necessarily be enough to bring us to where we need to be. I think we're gonna head out now. It's always funny how as the second you join a group, you get exactly what you need immediately. All right, yeah, let's get out of here in one piece. Looks like we're gonna have to run back through a bunch of stuff, which is not ideal. Looks like we picked up another one, so we're gonna go ahead and let Screech die, unfortunately. And we're gonna make a run for it. Luckily, the closer you get to the entrance, the easier it should be to get out unharmed. Your health back up, and this other hunter should help us get out of here. Looks like we have a clear path out of the cave. So the next step from here is going to be to turn in the quests that are on top, where we found the leather worker and the supplies vendor. The only quest that we have not completed yet in our logs for the Wailing Caverns is going to be Deviate Eradication. We have to actually go pretty far into the instance for this one. We need to pick up 3 more Dread Fangs. But while this is the quest that rewards us with that pattern that we mentioned earlier, we're not going to go through with crafting that pattern anyway. So even if we didn't complete this quest, we would just be missing out on about 40 silver, which is quite a lot. So, but I would like to run the dungeon at least one more time and get one more chance at Venom Strike. So let's climb the hill and get this stuff turned in. Yeah, we're actually going to have to come back to this location once we turn in the quest for Glowing Shard in Ratchet. I don't think we're gonna have to go down here. We're gonna have to go right up here where the shaman usually pick up one of their totems, I believe. Some sort of shaman quest, I think, ends up coming up this big hill. Alright, here we are. Let's go ahead and turn in these quests. Should be 2 here, I think. Maybe it's just the 1 for now.
Been expecting.
But it is a good one. The Deviant Hides quest does give us, I think, the pack. I don't think we need the legs. I don't think the legs are better than what we have now. Or if they are, they're not by much. I'd rather have the extra inventory space. Very nice. 2 more slots. Let's go ahead and sell some of this other stuff. And we're not going to want any of these recipes, I don't think. So it looks like that's going to be it for now. Now we're heading back to the crossroads so that we can fly to Ratchet for the other quest turn-ins there. And then from Ratchet, we'll probably fly directly to Thunderbluff, assuming that we'll be level 20. We are going to have to come back down here to turn in the glowing shard follow-up. But that can wait. We're going to be returning to the caverns anyway at a later date. So we can turn that in once we do so. Alright, we're back at the crossroads once again. Let's go ahead and take that flight path to Ratchet.
Blood and thunder.
I think in the next episode we're probably going to return to Silverpine to start. I would like to try and do the Pyrewood Village quests if we can. And then if we have the time, we'll probably just hearth back to the crossroads and maybe take on the Harpies in the Dry Hills. And then the episode after that might be our introduction to Stone Talon. We're back in Ratchet. Let's go ahead and turn in our Wailing Caverns related quests. Let's see what we get out of them.
Yo, glad I could help.
For the 99-year-old ports, just a little bit of experience and some silver.
Back.
No follow-ups. I think this one's going to be for the whaling
Time
essence.
is money, friend. Glad I could help.
Again, same thing. I think I'm going to pick up this Deep Moss Spider Eggs quest for when we do decide to go to Stone Talon. That way we don't have to go back to Ratchet to get it. Same thing with Ziz Physics. Let's go ahead and pick up that quest as well.
Yo,
And Sputter Valve.
be good. Have a good one. Keep it real.
Alright, now that we've turned those in, I think we can head back to Thunder Bluff, where we've got 2 quest turn-ins waiting for us. I think those are going to be slightly more substantial. I'm pretty sure we should hit level 20. It would be kind of rough if we couldn't. And let's make sure we find somebody about that knows something about the glowing shard.
Time is money, friend. Be good.
Okay, now we can go back to the Wailing Caverns to turn in that quest as well. Alright, I think we are probably going to have to take our chances and go back to Thunder Bluff. I'm trying to think if there's something easy we can do. We could do the Stolen Booty quest first, just to ensure that we have enough experience to hit level 20. This one should be really, really quick.
Welcome to Ratchet.
So let's go ahead and pick this up and take care of this real quick first. This involves just heading back down south where the alongside the Merchant Strand and the South Sea Pirates. Just have to loot a couple of crates, which I imagine should be pretty easy because that area is going to be very packed. There's a lot of players down there. Yeah, you know this place is fairly busy when you start seeing a bunch of Alliance players also taking on these quests. Let's go ahead and take out this camp so we can pick up our first box, and we'll go to the next and do the same. Alright, the telescopic lens and the shipment of boots are now in our possession. And yeah, I do think that that's going to be, this turn is going to be a nice boost to ensure that we reach level 20. And we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to the Merchant Coast for quite a while. The only other reason to come back here would be to take on the Guns of Northwatch and the escort-related quest, which I'm not sure if I want to take care of or not. I don't really know what the rewards are for this escort. If they end up being really good, then maybe I'll consider it. This is typically one of the quests that I can skip, generally speaking.
How may I help?
Yeah, I mean, we can get a gun that I'm pretty sure is worse than what we have now, or
Be careful.
a cloth pair of pants that have strength on it. So I think we might pass on that. Let's turn this quest in and get back to Thunderbluff.
Hey there, just passing through?
I'm also really excited about the staff that we're going to pick up too from one of these quest turn-ins. Check the other one as well just to see what we have to look forward to. The Serpent Plume is going to give us 20 silver, that's just about it, plus an extra 2 from vendoring the gloves. And then Leaders of the Fang is going to give us that Crescent Staff. Just because there isn't agility listed on this weapon doesn't mean that it isn't fantastic. It's got some great damage modifiers on it. It's nice and slow. The 7 stam is nice for survivability. The Spirit is obviously nice to get our mana back. And buffing our mana pool even further with that Intellect is going to be very helpful. Just checking our quest log further, I think we've kind of gotten to a point where things are a little bit awkward as far as our pathing is concerned. There are some quest lines, like the Harpy quest line, for example, that I really wanted to get done sooner than we have. Just because I do think there are some pretty neat rewards that come out of that, but it's going to become gray to us very soon. So hopefully we can take care of business in Silver Pine quickly. and we can get back to the crossroads at a reasonable time. Might be able to take on the Harpies quest in the second half of that episode, plus the counterattack quest to wrap up the Centaur storyline. That's going to be the goal, at least. Gonna open up AtlasLoot and kind of take a look at our next dungeon, which I think is going to be Shadowfang Keep. I don't think we're going to get to the Dead Mines. That's just such a pain to get to Horde side. Shadowfang Keep has to be like, other than like Blackrock Depths, obviously Shadowfang Keep, especially when it comes to the lower level dungeons, has such a wide range. It says 22 to 30 here, and that's because whoever the last guy, I guess his name is Aragal, is like level 29 or something. But the enemies towards the beginning of the dungeon are like, you know, like level 22 or something like that. Such like a wide range, which I never really fully understood. Let's see, we obviously have a chance at a 10-slot bag from the horses if we do end up killing those. Otherwise, I'm not sure there's too much here for us. The Silver Lane's family seal isn't that great. Strength is not very good for us. Same thing with Commander Springvale. There really isn't a lot here. I feel like Odo's Lay Staff is actually worse than the Crescent Staff that we're going to be picking up now. Yeah, other than that, I guess Fenris the Devourer has a couple of things for us. Wolfmaster has a cloak. And Aragal doesn't have anything for us either, so unfortunately, as much as I love Shadowfang Keep, we don't have too much to look forward to from that instance besides the quest that we can complete. I think we get the Seal of Sylvanas ring from that quest, from one of the quests in there though, and that one's pretty good. So I am excited to get that at least. That may end up being our second ring. And so now that we are in Thunderbluff, let's head over to Spirit Rise first to turn in Serpent Bloom, and then we'll head over to the Elder Rise next. Should be level 20 from there, and then we can pick up our new abilities.
What will you require?
Awesome, and with that turn in, we are now level 20. Let's open up our talents and pick up the much coveted aimed shot. 3-second cast, an aim shot that increases range damage by 70. 3 seconds is a long time, and like I said, I think, at least in a previous episode, I think I mentioned that casting aim shot will actually reset our auto attack timer, so it's actually best for us to pick up a bow that's going to be slower than 3 seconds if we can help it, or as slow as possible, I guess. Not sure if there's a way to reduce the cast time on aimed shot. Maybe somewhere down the tree? I don't think so. And haste isn't really much of a thing in Classic, so I don't really know how we're going to reduce the cast time on that if we wanted to. Alright, let's get over to Elder Rise next.
How may I aid you?
And a couple of green bows here from the vendor. Nothing that we can replace right now. Oh, maybe the heavy recurve bow. Honestly, it costs a lot, 63 silver, and it is a white bow compared to our current green, but 2.4 speed is much more up our alley of what we want. Why don't we go ahead and pick that up?
Farewell.
I think that's going to be great.
Ah, I have just the thing.
And I do wonder
We shall
how that's going to compare with Venom Strike.
may the eternal sun
And honestly, this upgrade is... The damage obviously is great, but this is more about conserving our arrows. And therefore conserving our money. The less arrows that we have to shoot, the better, as far as I'm concerned right now. But let's open up AtlasLoot again while we head over to Elder Rise. And let's check Lord Serpentis. Yeah, so Venom Strike it's the same speed, it's slightly more damage with an on-hit chance to deal an extra 31 to 45 nature damage, which is quite a lot. 31 to 45 nature damage is basically like an auto attack, at least from what our previous bow was. Our bow now is obviously slower, so it deals a little bit more damage per hit, but it's kind of like getting an extra auto attack every
you
once in a
wish
while.
to speak? Winds be at your back.
And there is our Crescent Staff. Cool. Now we head over to Hunter Rise. I'm going to say it in every single goddamn series we have on Horde side. Why does the music stop when you enter these little sections to go to the different rises? I still don't understand why that has to happen. It's like when I do my best to go back to the middle rise, I always just jump off the sides to avoid stopping the amazing music that Thunder Bluff has. Just anytime you go into a building, it just kills all of the ambiance, which is ridiculous. Let's talk to the pet trainer first. See if there's anything here.
Greetings.
Lots of stuff. Lots of resistances. While I do want those resistances, I feel like I don't want to take all of them. I guess they're not that expensive. Like 4 silvers, I think manageable. So let's just go ahead and grab all those. It looks like we're not getting anything else until level 24, so we don't have to worry about coming back to the pet trainer anytime soon. Alright, got a lot of stuff to learn here. Including Growl rank 3, that should be nice. Oh, our pet's only level 19 right now, that's right. Alright, so we're going to have to remember to train this stuff once our pet hits level 20. Let me make sure that I have that. And I also made a note to pick up some more mushrooms from the sepulchre once we take on Silverpine. Level 20, one of the most exciting spells that we're going to get, I believe. Yep, right here, Aspect of the Cheetah. Super, super huge. Being able to move at 30% additional speed is great. The additional rank of Men Pet is also very good. It's going to double the amount of healing that we can provide to our pet. I don't care to pick up dual wield because I don't have any plans to dual wield. So we'll pick up Arcane Shot. It's nice. I don't think I care about Distracting Shot right now. At some point, I would like to pick up every single ability that we possibly can. It's just right now, this stuff is way too expensive for what we could actually use it for. Disengage, reducing threat. I don't know how impactful this is, but it's something we should, I guess, consider. This is probably a really good ability for like raiding or dungeons. But I believe this only works on one target. Yeah, just a single target. We're going to have to download a threat meter at some point as well and add that to our add-on list. I've seen some pretty minimal ones that just kind of pop up over the target's head. That just allow us to see how close we are from pulling aggro off of our pet. So it could be useful for that. I think I'm just going to ignore it for the time being. But we are going to pick up Freezing Trap. I don't anticipate using Freezing Trap that much. But if we're taking on like a pretty scary quest, especially involving like elites or something like that, we could drop it.
We shall.
And kind of take an enemy out of the fight for like 10 seconds or so. I've always questioned how good Freezing Trap was in Classic with its 10-second duration. Because it's like 10 seconds, it's not bad. Like if you need to like get away from something, it's definitely good. The fact that you can't use traps in combat really kind of stinks. I feel like the extra damage that you get from Immolation Trap is actually just going to be better to handle like a quest like that, I guess. Just to kill the enemy quicker, but I could be wrong. Let's get our new rank of Arcane Shot up here. I don't think we picked up anything else from Marksmanship. New rank of Men Pet and Aspect of the Cheetah. So now we're going to have to remember to trigger our Aspect of the Hawk now as well. Not going to be something we can set and forget anymore. Oh man, that extra movement speed is great. Absolutely love it. Alright, just to save us a little bit of flight time, we can hearth back to the crossroads. And then we're going to fly back to Orgrimmar. Oh, that's right, we still have leather in our bags to work through. I guess we can handle that right now. We have a trade supplies vendor here, so we can get the thread from here. I think the plan is going to be making fine leather belts with whatever light leather we have left. Hopefully, this will get us to at least 125, and then we can pick up expert leatherworking. I think it's going to cost us like 50 silver, which is like half of what we have right now. But I think that's okay. I don't know what else we're going to be spending money on at this point in time. And we should be able to make a decent amount just from doing the Pyrewood Village quests. Awesome, we hit 125 on the dot. Let's make a couple of medium armor kits. I think we'll just convert the rest of this light leather that we have into medium leather. Let me figure out how many kits we actually need. So 1, 2, 3. I think we need all of them. Yep. Alright, very cool. We're going to gain a decent amount of armor from this. Currently at 546, reducing physical damage taken by 20.6. Let's see how high we can get that with these armor kits.
Stay away from the voodoo.
It went up all the way up to 610 at 22.5% damage reduction now. It's an extra like 2%. That's pretty good. We're going to hold on to the glowing shard. Oh yeah, these sample snapjaw shells we can actually turn in and at the sepulcher as well.
What do you need?
So that'll be nice. Let's get back to Orgrimmar. We'll pick up expert leatherworking, and then we'll head over to Silver Pine for the next episode. Back in the big city once again. Let's see if we can live this fall. Yep, no problem. Let's go ahead and pick up expert leatherworking. And I think we'll call it an episode from there.
Strength and honor.
Oh, we can pick up a lot of new recipes as well. Wonder if any of these are going to be pretty good. Ooh, Fletcher's gloves improves your chance to get a critical strike with missile weapons by 1%. Decreases your chance to parry an attack. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be better than 3 agility. I guess crit is pretty important. We can craft a belt that's basically exactly the same as what we have now. So nothing special there. Honestly, these nimble leather gloves are probably better than what we have now. And the dark leather pants are just like slightly better. So we'll go ahead and pick up all these, it's fine. That is not a big deal. Now, I don't actually see an artisan trainer here. So I guess we actually can't pick up expert leatherworking without that.
What can I help you with? Go forth to victory.
Interestingly enough, I'm wondering where we would even
What can I help you with?
find the artisan trainer. Would it be back in Thunderbluff? Or is it somewhere else out in the open world? Or is there just something within the Kodo Hide Leatherworkers that I'm just not seeing? Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for me for today though. In the next one we're going to take on Silverpine once again, and maybe some more of the Barons as well. I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.